What's good, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of RS Week in Telescope with your favorite presenter, SK, giving you the updates on all things sports and cultural. And as you can see, given by our setup, we are big chilling today, but that does not change the fact that I am here to deliver the goods to you. So let's look through the telescope. This past weekend, we had our girls hockey interprovincial tournament held at St. John's College but hosted by Chisipiti. And in both age groups, there was a massive fight put up, but there could only be 2 teams in the final. And it's no coincidence that in both cases, it was Harare A versus Matabeleland. And in both cases, it was a Harare A victory. And to all the girls that took part in the IPTs, that was a job well done. And if you pay attention to our social media pages throughout the course of the week, you'll see the lucky few who made it into the Zimbabwe girls side. Moving into boys hockey, St. John's College played 2 matches this past weekend, one against CBC and the other against Falcon. And in both cases, it ended in a Rams victory, and to the St. John's side, that was a job well done. The next match we're going to look at in the world of boys hockey, the Peterhouse side recently faced St. George's College at Peterhouse, and for a reason you'll soon see, this is an interesting result. The Peterhouse side took a 2-1 victory over the St. George's College side, and to those boys I say that was an amazing job 3 times over. And the reason why I say 3 times over, because in the world of football, the Peterhouse side faced St. George's College again and took a victory over that very same side. But it doesn't end there, as on field 11 at Peterhouse, the Peterhouse Kings took on the St. George's College Dragons and came away with a 24-17 victory on their own home ground. And to the Peterhouse Kings, in all 3 dimensions, I say that was an amazing job, and I hope to see more of that in the future. More matches to look at in the world of boys rugby. So this past weekend, St. John's College hosted Falcon on Honeyfield, and St. John's College took away a 31-19 victory against the Falcon side. And to the Rams, that was an amazing job. But the victories do not end there in the world of rugby, as the CBC Hornets took on the Petra side and took away a 59-0 victory. And to the Hornets, your sting is as powerful as your speech, and that was an amazing job. And now for a quick change of scenery from sports to culture. This last weekend, Royalty Pack Debating Academy hosted the RDO Northern Championships for debate at Phoenix College. There can only be 8 teams that make it to go to the national championships that are going to be held in December. But at the end of the day, amongst those 8 teams, there can only be one grand winner. And that title goes to St. George's College, taking a victory over RPDA in the finals. And to the 8 teams that made it to the national side, that was an amazing job. I was in attendance and I was thoroughly impressed. And big kudos goes to everyone who took home an individual award. And props go to the best speaker of the tournament from St. George's College, Ashley Msendekwa. And that was an amazing job. I enjoyed every debate. Having rambled on and on about all things sports and cultural, I believe it's time for a quick decrease in pace. So enjoy a couple snippets from a sit down between myself and the junior Sable who traveled all the way to Kenya this last holiday. So please enjoy. Sit down between SK and Muzua Gutu. Joining us on the show today, we've got Zimbabwe Junior Sables player Muzua Gutu in the building. Thanks for joining us today, Muzua.
Thanks, Shingi.
Right, so a couple things the viewers would like to know. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? Position, everything else that you need to know.
Alright guys, I'm Muzua Gutu. As you guys may know, I play flank, that is 6 and 7. And I'm actually a loose forward. I'm a utility, so I can fit it at lock, 4 and 5. Yeah.
Right, interesting. Jack of all trades, clearly a master of these trades since he's played for the national team. So, pretty sure you're going to notice a bit of banter between us two throughout the course of this interview, because something that you viewers do not know, this happens to be my cousin. I've known him all my life, so I hope you're all prepared. Right, Muzua, this is your 2nd year playing for Junior Sables, correct?
Correct.
So why don't you tell the viewers what it was like the first year you were playing?
First year I felt like a rookie because I was actually like the youngest person there, so I wasn't really in my comfort zone. But now I'm more comfortable because I'm a senior, so I feel like I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I know how that feels with this guy. Like being the older one in the duo, yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Nah, I'm joking. I'm the younger one in the duo. Anyway, so you felt like a rookie your first year. What about your 2nd year?
2nd year, that would be this year. This year has been so far so good. The boys are putting in the work, and it's short. It's short.
Now, I believe congratulations are in order. Your endeavors in Kenya, your second year running, taking the trophy home. So, again, congratulations for that, my brother. So, what was that like? What was your experience in Kenya?
The experience in Kenya was, this year I would say it was different. It was different from last year, but this year I would say there was more bonding. Everyone just came together and we did it because we came back with the trophy. That's what really mattered.
And what about the final, the last match?
The final.
The final.
Yeah, the final was good. I mean, first half was, we were doing great. I mean, they conceded a try in which the goal was for no team to actually score a try against us. But mistakes do happen. It is part of the game, and they did score a try. And we ended up winning the game. But ended up going off with the red card again as well. So.
Going off with the red card. You know I've been waiting for this. So why don't you tell us about this red card? What had actually gone wrong?
I actually don't know what that red card, because you have to pull that back. What that red card?
Okay, given that you did show me the footage.
Definitely doesn't look like he's relented. You see, that was a picture perfect hit. No hit to the head. Could be considered high, but you could actually say for all intents and purposes the man was committed, but no direct impact to the head, luckily for him. Yellow card suffices. Luckily no direct impact. It's a red card. Zimbabwe reduced to 14 men. Muzuva Gutu. Oh no, you can see it from his face.
Okay, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this on camera. So I will not answer that question for your sake. But for what it's worth, you played an amazing game. I was watching that game and you did me proud, cuz you know that, right?
As I always do.
Ah,
As I always do.
always?
As I always do. I always make you proud.
That is not true. A sure thing. Anyway, outside rugby, it's no secret that you are an athletic unit. I don't think you're just limited to rugby. So what else do you do?
What else did I do? I'm a working male. I like to do fun things. I like to do outdoor things. And yeah, there's nothing really interesting about me. I'm another casual guy.
Nothing really interesting.
Nothing really interesting.
You do know you can't lie with me, yeah, right? Yeah, you do know you can't lie with me, yeah, right?
Nothing interesting.
Okay, nothing interesting to you.
Okay, to you, what do you find interesting?
Well, I'm pretty sure the viewers would find this interesting. So throughout Mzua's high school career, he was literally the master of all trades athletically. You were not just limited to rugby. I understand you did dabble in squash every now and then. So what was that like?
Oh yeah, I played some squash for about 3 years, but no one knows about this because I like to keep my stuff on the cover. But now that it's out there, I used to play some squash Form 1 and Form 2 and Form 3. I used to play some squash, and then Form 3, that's when I decided to switch to rugby.
So you only discovered your love for rugby in Form 3?
Not really, but I would say the opportunities for rugby came later on.
You must be quite a unit then, because Form 4 came along, and 2 years after that you were affected by COVID. And the year after you finished high school, that's your first year playing for Junior Saints.
Yeah.
That is it for this week's episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment of your favorite moment down below. As always, I am your favorite presenter, SK, and when you are looking for all things sport and cultural, look through the telescope.